Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 3 of this Let's Play Battle Brothers. We are the army without a state, because we are mercenaries, and that's what we do. Anyway, in the last episode, we beat up the remnant of Thingamajiggy over there, and we are on our way back over to Hufschlag in order to get our just reward. Now, thankfully, in the last battle, we didn't suffer any permanent injuries or permanent casualties, although we did get beaten up fairly badly as well, so we do have some recovery to do. Along the way, Poznik joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You nod for him to speak his mind. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and the men got a good nicking too. We can patch up both man and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster if we set down to do it. Of course, if we make camp, we should be wary of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from every which way. I'll keep it in mind. And yes, I did actually make a note for a different voice for each of the 4 characters, so hopefully I actually remember to, do them. The company returns to Hufschlag as victors. Their heads held much higher this time. The army without a state are not the size that they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned in his final moments. You carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Henrik of Hufschlag's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Henrik of Hufschlag approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully. Yes, that's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the men. As long as there is blood coursing through our veins, as long as we can hold sword and shield, there shall stand our company. All through the realm, people will know the army without a state. The men cheer, and Alpha Brain puts a hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow as brothers in battle. As brothers. Alright, so we've made it back to Hufschlag. We got the money that we were promised. One of the things I would like to invest in are some more repair tools. And some of these prices should have gone down because we have a higher reputation with this town. Still won't be extremely high, but it will at least be better. I think we're going to sell the wooden stick because they're not very good. And I really want to buy those, but can we really afford 295? I think we kind of have to. And I'm going to keep the butcher's apron right now, just so we have a backup armor. Okay, first things first, I did notice that one of your armors was extremely badly damaged. The rest of you seem okay, and most of that stuff is actually repaired. So, where to now? Well, basically, the map is open at this point. We can go to any of the surrounding towns. We went to Finsterwald previously, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we went before, which was the bigger town. Although it didn't have any of the workshops and things that we were hoping for. Grinning Skull's Rest Long Forgotten Crypt. No, we don't want to go there. So we could head south to Grubenheim and Grunenwald. Or Grunenwald, if you want the Dutch pronunciation. This map's already looking better than my single-player test game because the different factions have more territory. In the one I was playing, like, one faction just owned 90% of the map, and I could see that being a little dull, although obviously the Arrow guys own most of it so far. So if we do have the Noble War, I think that's going to be kind of interesting. These guys have 5 cities, you have 3. So there are 3 factions here. Okay. I mean, they're still certainly the strongest. Now, one thing I did realise during the test game is you kind of want to do quests for towns which are relatively close to each other. So I can see us doing them for these 3, for example. Although, we could also go up here for these 3 and see what we can get from them. In fact, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I want to do it for the same faction and see if we can start getting some noble contracts. Because apparently, those are a lot more valuable. Although I have yet to actually get any. That's not a part of the game I've reached yet. Okay, so we're basically just heading north. This does cost us a whole bunch of food to do. You know what, we'll go to Finsterwald first and see if there's a quest here. Wasting a bit of time there. Oh well. And if there is, we'll take that. Because you basically want to take any contracts you can find at the start. There is indeed. And is there anything else that we may want from the marketplace? Not really. Like, the thing I'm really after is better armor. But all of this armor is kind of rubbish. Alright, let's see what you got for me. You find Kunibert, the treasurer, closing a box up. He quickly glances up at those who've been caught with his pants down. Sellsword, thanks you for coming. He locks the latches with a few quick snaps, and then he pats the crate a few more times and leans on it as though it needed one more fat latch. This here cargo is to be delivered safely to Wickstadt. A man by the name of Meinolf, the merchant, is waiting for it. I do not believe the task will be easy, as the cargo is rather precious to certain people who'd go to great lengths to acquire it, which is why I'm turning to a man of your experiences. Are you interested in doing this for me? Now, this is only a 1 skull difficulty, so I think we'll be okay. How much are you offering? He takes a deep breath. Very well, this is what I'm prepared to offer you. You'll get 300 crowns when the contract is done. Now, from experience, you can push the issue once. If you push it again, they'll generally, withdraw the offer. So I'm going to say we need to be paid more for this. He looks at you sternly and shakes his head. You are to receive 300 crowns when the contract is done, in which case I'm going to go, yep, I accept. Now we need to find out where on earth Wickstadt is. Wickstadt is... It's going to be miles away. There it is. Oh man, that is miles away. And some of it's connected by road. It's kind of a roundabout way to get there, though. Alright, let's go. We'll have to keep an eye out for bandits and brigands on the way. The last time I did a contract delivery like this, I didn't get waylaid, but I think that's because the town guards actually caught the brigands before I met any. I was in a fairly populated area. Battle site. There we go, brigands. You're being attacked. The scout reports that he's seen the following: some brigand thugs and a brigand poacher. To arms! Let's fight them. Beat them. Thrash them. Okay, so this is a more interesting area. We have some high ground, which our archers are currently occupying. They are going to have to get through some of the shrubbery. I don't think that this stuff gives any cover. Hides anyone from being seen at a distance. Okay, it does in fact give you cover. However, it costs a fair amount to get into 3 action points rather than you. Oh no, it's the same. Okay, never mind. Then the trees are completely impassable and also provide line of sight blocking. So I think we're going to try and take this area. We can actually get a bit of a choke point between that tree and that tree. Oh, and that tree. So we can get a 2-man choke point here with the archers right behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you up to the high ground. And I'll have you wait. I'll have you wait to see if these guys move into range. It doesn't look like they have any archers right now, though I can't tell for sure. And I'm going to move you back here, I think. Now, they should only be able to move 4 spaces, so they can't quite get into adjacency with us. Although, thankfully, you can move. Oh, you know what? This is actually going to be a pain. There's a tree there and a tree there. Which means we could put a guy here, or we could put one here. I want them to come at us. This is Alpha Brain, who I think is our main tank. So I might put the main tank here to protect our archers. And then the 3 melees will stick down here. They would have to go all the way around the back to get to us over there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, you've got an archer up there. Interesting. And behind us. Ah. I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. Interesting. Okay, so this is an ambush then, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 in there. So we outnumber them by 1 so far, that is if we've seen them all. But this is bad, these 2 can get to my archers very, very easily. At least we can use just 1 person to block here, so we kind of need you to get around the back here if we can. I'll put you there for the moment. You're stepping in there, that's fine. Yeah, there was another one. I thought there might have been. Alright, Fenris. Basically, I want you over here to take this guy down if possible. In fact, I'm going to use you 2 to take that down. And have you come up here to try and block him, and I'm going to use you to block everyone coming from this direction. Okay, so you can't shoot because you didn't have any points left. You, however, can. I can't hit... Oh, the tree's in the way. And the tree is blocking you. Oh, man, archers are so... 13% chance of hitting. Well, at least that archer's not going to be able to hit us for a while. I mean, we may as well take the shot to go after him. Very unlikely to hit. Okay. You don't have the same problem. So you can take 2 shots at this guy. 45% chance of hitting. There we go. Oh, and you almost killed him. That's good. That's good. Let's have you moving up here to cause them some problems, hopefully. You took an aimed shot but didn't hit anything. Can't hit you. Can hit you with 56% chance, although you are a fair distance away. I'm going to wait with you because I think I'm going to get a better shot. Especially against you, for example. I'm going to put you in defense stance. I'm going to have you wait where you are. I might want to move you around a little bit. Okay, you can take a shot. Still can't hit him. Still can't hit him. You may as well wait then. Are you an adjacent? I think that is adjacent to there. Okay. Well, at least we can move you up. No! I can't get to this back line to protect my archers. I think they're just going to have to use their melee weapons in that case. That's a long way around. We are in such a bad position here. This is terrible. I mean, I could go up to there to block him off, but then he'd definitely be an archer shot. I'm going to put you in shield wall stance. And basically I'm just going to leave you there, I think. I need to move you. Otherwise you're just going to be completely useless. Oh, this is terrible. Hi. So I can hit him with a 46% chance. 62, 15. Now, because I count as being right behind them, I can actually hit you and kill you, which is good. And then reload. I'm going to step forwards with you and see if we can get 2 men here. Let's see if we can shoot you. There we go. Okay, so we've taken out the back guys with the archers, thankfully. And we've done that in quite a clever way because you can't shoot someone who's adjacent to you, so we use the crossbowman to kill that guy so that this guy could shoot over there. That was actually completely unintentional because I wasn't even thinking about that, but it has been successful. We'll have you two next to each other. Now, because we have 2 shield guys next to each other in shield wall formation, they are actually expanding the defensive strength of each one by +5. So it's 15 plus 5, 15 plus 5. So they have plus 20 defense. So these two are going to be fairly tough to take out. The problem is I don't know how much my archers are going to be able to do from here. I'm going to use you two to go after these guys and try and flank them. I think that's going to be the best option here. And yeah, I can't take any shots. We'll just wait with you for the moment. Fortunately, I think that these two are going to be in the way. How are you able to... Oh, he's right. I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to move you forwards 1 so you are right behind. And then wait. You're going to go shield wall and wait. Shield holds. I'll actually bring you up here and have a shot at that guy. Except I can't. Never mind. We're just going to hold that position. Because we're still funneling them towards us and we're in a very, very strong defensive position there. I'm kind of forcing them to group together. I could have you coming around the side again. You know what? I like this idea. Especially if you can get into like the center of them and do a round attack. Because you are my biggest damage dealer right now. Another archer. Are we able to hit anything with you? We can hit them, but it's a terrible shot. Even with an aimed shot. I think I'm going to send you around the back as well. Am I? No, I'm going to put you here. See if I can get a shot off on this guy. It's still a crap shot. I'll take it anyway. Okay, now you should be in a better location. Not really. Oh, I hit him. Nice. I was aiming for that guy, but I hit that guy. I'm okay with that. That is totally acceptable to me. Alright, so you can riposte. Prepare to immediately counterattack any opponent that attempts to attack a melee and misses. Or slash. We're still in shield defense, so we could go shield defense and then riposte and just sit here. Because you are the most open, we can have 2 people attacking into you. Or we can just try and hit this guy. May as well just try and hit him. Because he's not using a shield. Okay. And then you're just going to stay where you are, unless you have a riposte. No, you don't. Reload. And damn it, that tree's in the way. Hit him twice with the crossbowman. Fantastic. Alright, you're just racing forwards here to try and get the archer if you can. Do you have a shot? Not a great one. Oh, yes! That guy's the most unlucky person ever. Shield wall's holding pretty nicely. We'll keep you in shield wall and have you slash out. And likewise, shield wall, strike him. You can continue coming around this way. Next turn, 1 space, and then smack. You're taking an aimed shot at him, but the shield wall's holding. You two are going to have a fight. Reload. Now we definitely can't hit these guys without hitting my own. Although that, here is the trees in the way, not the man. Here the man's in the way, so we're going to try and shoot that if we can. No go. Shield wall held. I'm just going to stab you twice. And miss twice, apparently. No, that's a terrible shot. We'll try and move you up if we can. Right, if we move you here, you get 2 free shots against this. Oh, for God's sake, that tree's still in the way. Ah! Okay. Smash time. So we can split him, or we can do a round swing. We don't want to do a round swing, we're just going to split him. Unfortunately, we miss. Hold position, or shield wall, then attack. Shield wall. And that's all you can do because you don't have any more fatigue. So we should have really just tried to burn that guy down. And that's the first time the fatigue's been a problem. I'm not entirely sure what to do with you. Guess we're just going to keep running around the back. Okay, so you're riposting at anyone that attacks you in melee. You need to reload. It's the same shot here. May as well take it. Can I get through there? I can't. Alright, just keep on moving up and we'll see if we can intercept the archer up there. You're attacking me twice. Now you're riposting, but I kind of have to attack you. And I hit you. And you get the riposte, because you only get a riposte when I miss. You know what, I could do an aimed shot for a 12% chance, or 2 9%, so I'll take the 2 9s. Okay, that was a nice hit. And then hold. He's in very heavy armor, so I'm not too worried about him taking a few shots. I think I'm just going to go all out and burn him down. There we are. And then let's move you forwards and basically get around the back of that guy, if we can. And then you, unfortunately, can't defend anymore, so we just have to attack. We can only do it once because fatigue is now an issue. The archer's back again, but he's moved too far to actually hit anything. And you can apparently move forwards, but that's kind of in the wrong direction, so I'm just going to leave you there. Interesting. Move around the back. Yeah, you literally can't do anything. Let's move you around the back. You're going to be... You might die here, Wolfgang. But then again, you might not. Wait until we see what we can do with that guy. Not the best shot ever. We could move forwards and really start to threaten him. Let's do that. We got him in melee now, so he has to attack us in melee. So he's tied down. He can't run. Now he's got people on either side, so it's going to be easier to hit him. Oh, he's only using a dagger. Eesh. And then, yeah, you just move forwards. You go to melee weapon. Yes, we'll just keep on moving and I'll keep you back so you don't get into trouble. Does that count going through his line of sight? No. Gotcha. Okay, you are going to switch to your spear. Then you're just going to have a bit of stabbing time. Could only attack once. You may as well try and start making your way up here. And then it's just you. Now he can't run, basically. Surrounding him with more people. Coming in, big axe. Bam. One-shotted! Lovely. Okay, so Alpha Brain got 2 kills there. Fenris got 1. Poznik got 1. Hartswig the Red got none, though he held out quite nicely. Like, our 2 shield guys did an excellent job of holding the enemy back. So Alpha Brain and Hartwig, great job. Wolfgang, my random spear guy, he's taken a bit of an injury, and he's the one with the fatigue issues. Though he didn't have them this time. It was actually the shield wall guys, and they do tend to get tired very, very quickly. Shield wall is a very draining skill. And we did get a whole bunch of things, including some more armor, some more ammo. Okay, that was actually a really nice stash of stuff. Sweet. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the loots and see if there's anything we can do with it. Your armor needs to be switched out, but the apron's just not good enough. And it will get repaired over time. We'll just leave it. We got a buckler. Now, bucklers aren't as good as regular shields because they cannot shield wall. But I think I would like to give you the buckler. Bucklers just let you do knockback. It does give you defense, though. Adds another 10 melee defense and 5 ranged. Regular shields are plus 15, so it's not as good. And generally we want to switch that out as soon as we can, but at least we have something. Why? Oh, you are an archer. Right. So it wasn't to you that I wanted to give the buckler, it was to the other spear guy. That would be you. You're the spearman. And I don't know if this counts as a shield for an adjacent shield bonus thing. The grants additional +5 defense against all attacks for which the ally adjacent also using shield wall. So no, they have to be in shield wall stance. Okay, good to know. And we have a couple of level ups. Excellent. So this is Wolfgang, who is the asthmatic. So you are going to need more fatigue. Like, you're just going to need it. Then next is going to be your melee skill, and I guess health. Although you would actually make a fairly decent tank. You just shield wall, shield wall, shield wall, and just don't attack with you. You just hold your position. So you know what? I could either improve his health or his melee defense. We'll do the health, just because it's a higher roll. And then your perk is going to be the same as everyone else. You're going to be a student. Carsten also leveled up. He got a good roll for health, for fatigue. And then it's a choice between initiative and resolve. I don't really rate initiative that highly. Like, it doesn't let you move any faster. Although it does increase your dodge skill. That's true. And it is a high roll. That's maximum right there. Unfortunately, your melee defense and your attack stuff is really low. I think I am going to increase your initiative. And your perk is going to be a student. And then you are also going to be leveled up. You do have melee attack and melee defense. You're currently an archer. Yeah, that's not the best place for you. I think fatigue's going to go up too. I need to put you in the front line. You're actually a pretty good fighter. Fortunately, you're my best archer at the moment as well. It's just you don't actually have a skill in archery. So we'll be moving you to the front line as soon as we can. You're an all-rounder there, Cage. Alpha Brain's the main tank, right, that's right. Although he doesn't have any skill in melee defense. Do you have anyone that has skill in melee defense? Yeah, Hotwig. And Fenris. Though Fenris is going to be frontline choppy chop with shield defense too, so it's fine. Okay, let's continue on to that place that we were trying to get to. Onwards! During camp, as is customary, you assemble the men and explain the company's next steps. Brothers, the army without a state must show the world we are forged of hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As our reputation grows, so will the influx of crowns to our coffers. Let us forge a path to greatness. What do you tell the men the company will do? We need allies. Forging a bond of friendship and trust with one of the towns will get the company better prices, more volunteers, and steady work. Or we shall get the company's strength back to 12 men, who will make us a formidable force again, and will allow us to take on more profitable work. I want to get up to 12 men. Strength in numbers and all that. Plus, I think it's going to be easier than forging an alliance with one house. We'll see. Oh, with one town. Because I don't know how often the contracts recycle. Overground foundations. The once proud fortress is lying in ruins. So you do find new settlements and stuff as you're on and exploring. So that is possibly to do with the quest in Dunkelwald. But we can only have one contract active at a time. So we'll be coming down here. Then we'll probably be doing work for these 4. Alright, we're back on the road. So we're moving nice and quickly again. It's only taken us a day and a half to get here. We had the one battle, but we should be pretty much recovered from that by the time we arrive. We still have plenty of repair tools, still plenty of ammunition, food's just fine, I think. 3 days worth. And then these groups of peasants and stuff, I don't think you can interact with them, at least not initially. Maybe later on, once you're doing stuff for the houses, I don't know. Meinolf the merchant welcomes you, and a few of his men hurry over to take the cargo. He claps you on the shoulders. I take it your journey went well. You spare him the details and inquire about your pay. Ah, sellsword through and through. Holstein, get this man what he deserves. One of Meinolf, the merchant's bodyguards, walks over and hands you a small chest of coins. You gain 300 crowns. Crowns well deserved. This has a tavern, has a temple, has a barber, marketplace, harbour. Well, we certainly go to the marketplace and maybe sell some of this stuff. Like, we don't necessarily need the quiver of arrows. We have quite a lot of arrows. The bludgeon does a fair amount of damage, so we might well want to use that for one of our other people. Pickaxe isn't great, although it ignores a lot of armor. That's interesting. It's quite high damage for a armor ignoring weapon. And then we do need to give the open cap to someone as well, that is true. Do you have any decent armor for me? Thick tunic? No, not really. I need like chainmail. Could get the wooden shield though, it requires quite a bit of repair. But that does mean more of a front line. 42 crowns, I think that's worth it. And this town is very expensive again. So even though that's worth only 200, they're charging us 364 because our relations with the town aren't very high yet. Amber shards worth 260, currently selling for 315. So these trade goods can usually sell for higher in other cities, but you only really want to buy them in cities that quite like you or where the price is just naturally really low. We could sell the salt. You know what, I'm going to do that. Just make a bit more cash. Okay, so we have 1,300, so we could probably recruit some more people. At the temple we can get Wolfgang's cut arm healed for 120. For an injury that will heal over time, that doesn't really seem worthwhile. We can get a barber, which would change how people actually look. Not too bothered by that, though. And then let's see who is available for hire here. Robert. Very high initial value. He's only a level 1, which probably means he has pretty decent stats. Likewise with Detail. I'm kind of tempted to pick up Robert. He looks like he has fairly decent... Well, he has okay armor. I wonder if the price determines the equipment they come with as well. Dietmar has a polearm. That looks like a glaive or a halberd to me. Very expensive. Anton the Drunkard's a level 4. That's much higher than anything we have right now. I don't want to spend that much money on people, though. So I think we'll pick up one more person. Hardy and resolute, Robert was the first chosen by a merchant to protect his stock as a caravan hand. Sadly, his caravan began to sell human chattel. While the profits were enormous, it garnered the attention of local militia and their pitchforks. One ambush later and Robert was running for his life. Years of road travel were moulded Robert into quite the durable figure. Any group of mercenaries could use more men like him. So that's a pretty positive description. Usually the descriptions are pretty good for what you're going to get. Ulf the Vagabond. When his wife was murdered while he was away, Ulf refused to sleep in the house. The man walks the earth trying to forget the memory. Sadly, the world is not a pleasant place for those who nobody would miss. He was harassed and bullied every day, though his travels, his only weapon was a walking stick. Let's see how he does with something a smidge sharper. Diethelm. A caravan hand's life is tough, but Diethelm could hardly be staying in one place for too long. But a caravan needs protection for a reason, and an ambush by brigands proved why. Diethelm barely made it out alive, with his caravan days behind him. Working as a sellsword was just another avenue for adventure and profit. You know, I like the sound of Robert. We'll pick Robert up. You're a gambler. Gamblers tend to have quick reflexes and high resolve than their opponents at the card table. So, Robert, what are you? You're a caravan hand. You're a brute, plus 15 damage on a hit to the head, minus 5 melee skill. You're currently using a dagger. Well, you're definitely going to be a frontliner. We really need to get some more shields for these people. Let's give you that shield, and let's give the buckler to you. So at least you're armed. And I would really like to get rid of some of these archers and put them on the front line too. Especially Cage, although he's our best archer. Poznik, what's your range skill? 53 to your 47. But you actually have points in, or talent in that area, while Cage does not. Do we want one more person? I mean, we have 900, but we will need to keep a bit of an eye on food supply. That's one thing that I did wrong in my test game, is I was spending way too much money on new people, and then I just couldn't feed them anymore. So no, I think we're going to stick with this number, and then we'll accept another contract, but we'll do that in the next episode. So in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. If you want to try and support the channel in other ways, then please do check out the Patreon. Oh, this time's still passing. Where you can offer a little bit more direct support to the channel there, and there are also some pretty nice rewards going too. If you have any tips or advice for me, then do let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.